In Revelation chapter 7 verse 1, following these events, I witnessed 4 angels stationed at the 4 corners of the earth. They held back the winds, preventing them from blowing on the land, sea, or trees. Upon careful examination of the first verse in chapter 7, these angels were clearly halting the winds from stirring up the earth. These winds are symbolic, representing divine judgment as revealed in the Bible. This concept of the 4 winds as God's judgment can be traced back to earlier passages. In the context of God's promise to bring destruction upon Elam, Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 36 speaks of the 4 winds from all directions that would scatter the people. Daniel's vision in Daniel chapter 7 verse 2 mentions the 4 winds of heaven stirring up the Great Sea, referring to the Mediterranean Sea. In the sequence of events within Revelation, we encounter these 4 angels after the opening of 6 seals, introducing a distinct moment. Another angel, the 5th, arrives from the east and imparts a message to the 4 angels, granting them authority over the earth and the sea. This message is revealed in Revelation chapter 7 verse 2. Subsequently, in Revelation chapter 7 verse 3, the 5th angel instructs the 4 angels not to harm the earth, sea, or trees until the servants of God are sealed with a mark on their foreheads. This sealing serves as a mark of ownership and protection, reminiscent of similar practices in the Old Testament, such as in Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. The sealed servants, totaling 144,000, are specifically identified from the 12 tribes of Israel. This identity is reiterated in Revelation chapter 14 verse 1-3, where the 144,000 stand with the Lamb on Mount Zion, marked with the name of the Father on their foreheads. It's important to understand that the sealing of the 144,000 represents divine protection and ownership, shielding them from the forthcoming judgments described in the book of Revelation. This sealing is emblematic of God's recognition of those who remain faithful to Him and His teachings amidst the trials and tribulations. The 144,000 are a distinct group chosen from the 12 tribes of Israel, symbolizing their divine protection and ownership by God. Their mission involves sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ during tumultuous times, echoing Jesus' prophecy about the spread of the gospel. Believers in Jesus Christ, regardless of their specific role, can consider themselves blessed and part of God's chosen people. In the grand narrative of Revelation, the 144,000 play a unique role in the unfolding drama of God's plan. Their task of proclaiming the gospel during challenging times aligns with the broader theme of God's redemptive work in the world. Their commitment to bearing witness to the truth of Jesus Christ serves as a powerful reminder that even in the midst of chaos and tribulation, God's message of hope and salvation endures. The imagery of the sealing of the 144,000 also underscores the concept of God's sovereignty and protection. Just as in ancient times God marked His chosen people for preservation, the sealing in Revelation signifies His intimate knowledge of those who are His own. It reinforces the idea that God intimately knows His faithful servants, recognizing them as His redeemed and safeguarding them from the impending judgments. The juxtaposition of the 144,000 and the mark of the beast, which is a contrasting symbol of allegiance to evil forces, emphasizes the ultimate choice that individuals must make during these trying times. It's a stark reminder that the world is divided into those who align themselves with God's truth and those who are swayed by deception. The sealing of the 144,000 serves as a beacon of hope for those who remain steadfast in their faith, while the mark of the beast reveals the dire consequences of aligning with wickedness. As the narrative of Revelation progresses, it becomes clear that the actions of the 144,000 are part of God's larger plan to bring about His kingdom and defeat the forces of evil. Their witness, along with the culmination of various other prophetic events, sets the stage for the ultimate victory of good over evil and the establishment of God's eternal reign. In a broader theological context, the symbolism and messages surrounding the 144,000 offer valuable insights into the themes of perseverance, faithfulness, and God's unfailing love. They remind believers that even in the darkest times, God remains in control, protecting and guiding His faithful followers. The 144,000 represent a specific group, but their story carries universal truths that resonate with all believers. In summary, the depiction of the 144,000 in the Book of Revelation unveils a narrative rich in symbolism and significance. Their sealing and mission exemplify God's sovereignty, protection, and the enduring power of the gospel message. Their story serves as a compelling reminder that, even in the midst of trials, God's plan unfolds, and His faithful servants play an integral role in ushering in His ultimate victory. The narrative of the 144,000 in the Book of Revelation holds profound implications for Christians, urging them to reconsider and transform their way of life in light of these powerful messages. Here's how this impactful narrative can inspire changes in the lives of believers. Prioritizing faithfulness. The story of the 144,000 underscores the importance of unwavering faithfulness. Just as these chosen servants remain loyal to God's calling amidst challenges, Christians are encouraged to stay steadfast in their commitment to living out their faith. This means standing firm in the face of difficulties and not succumbing to the pressures of the world. Deepening spiritual connection. The concept of being sealed with God's mark on their foreheads signifies an intimate relationship and connection with God. This imagery prompts Christians to strive for a deeper spiritual connection through prayer, meditation, and seeking God's presence. It prompts believers to invest time and effort in cultivating a meaningful relationship with the divine. Resisting conformity. The contrast between the sealed servants and those who bear the mark of the beast underscores the importance of resisting conformity to worldly values and sinful influences. Christians are reminded to live counter-culturally, making choices aligned with God's values rather than the trends of society. Proclaiming the gospel. The mission of the 144,000 to share the gospel even amidst tribulation emphasizes the urgency of spreading the message of Jesus Christ. Christians are inspired to take a proactive role in sharing their faith with others, regardless of the challenges or opposition they may face. It encourages believers to use their lives as a testimony to the transformative power of the gospel. Staying hopeful. The narrative of the 144,000 reflects God's ultimate plan for redemption and victory. This offers Christians hope in the midst of trials and tribulations. Believers can find assurance that, just as God protects and preserves His chosen ones, He will guide them through challenges and lead them to ultimate triumph. Living with purpose. The distinct purpose assigned to the 144,000 highlights the significance of living a purpose-driven life. Christians are called to recognize their unique roles within God's larger plan and to use their talents, resources, and opportunities to contribute positively to the world around them. Embracing God's ownership. The sealing as a mark of ownership reminds Christians that they belong to God. This ownership should impact how they steward their lives, resources, and relationships. It prompts believers to make decisions that honor God and reflect their status as His cherished possessions. Cultivating holiness. The concept of being sealed for protection emphasizes the call to holiness. Christians are prompted to pursue a life of moral purity, seeking to reflect the character of Christ in all they do. This involves making intentional choices to avoid sinful behaviors and attitudes. Facing trials with courage. Just as the 144,000 face challenges with courage, Christians are encouraged to confront difficulties head-on, knowing that God is with them. The narrative inspires believers to draw strength from their faith and rely on God's guidance when navigating life's trials. Urgency in evangelism. The urgency conveyed by the 144,000's mission underscores the importance of seizing opportunities to share the gospel. Christians are motivated to engage with those around them, recognizing that time is of the essence in conveying the message of salvation. In essence, the narrative of the 144,000 serves as a poignant reminder for Christians to live purposefully, faithfully, and courageously. It prompts believers to embrace their unique calling, engage in meaningful evangelism, and prioritize their relationship with God above all else. The story challenges Christians to evaluate their choices, align them with their faith, and actively participate in God's redemptive plan for humanity.